All right, Raiders, we are live on the air with the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, your chief host of the show, as always, and joining me as ever is none other than my co-host Avira.
Well, hello everyone. Yes, it is incredible to be back on the air, and I hope you all are having a great night.
Indeed. Joining us for the show is Sparky.
Oh, hey guys.
And this time we've got a panelist who's joining us for the first time ever, Jason.
Hello, everyone.
Well, since you're here for the first time ever, why don't you introduce us, our viewers to a little bit about yourself? Tell us a bit of a fun fact.
What do you want to know about me? My name is Jason Brown. I'm from Kentucky.
And how long, how did you find the furry?
I think I literally just Googled furry groups, and it was like one of the random ones to the list. I just went through a list, and then it was just one of the random groups there.
Well, we're the best one, obviously.
Most infamous, and we really look out for you.
That's right.
Yeah, you've been having a good, great time in the Raiders, haven't you?
Yeah, we have our days. We have drama too, but every group has drama.
All right. So somebody's wanted to know, Toonie. First shout out to Toonie. Today's my birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Toonie!
Hey, happy birthday, buddy!
Birthday. Oh, man.
I mean, I'd whip out the confetti and that, but I'll just leave it to you, the DMs.
Oh, that's cool.
And maybe we should start throwing big rubber band balls at him. 30-pound
God.
ones.
That thing was like 30 pounds at least.
I know, Avira's got experience with it.
Oh my God.
You're
my
talking
arms.
about.
Rest in peace.
Hey, other than that though, he's got a question for you. Jason, what animal are you? Are you a weeb?
I am me. That's all I have to say.
You are the human.
Human.
It's a mystery.
God, you know what actually grinds me is like when they say human, they say it with double O's, double zeros, or not with the German, the U, the umlaut.
I mean, I just say human.
If it helps you figure out, I'm the Jason with the Doge profile pic.
Well, currently it's a weeb, but fair enough.
I mean, he knows what I'm talking about if he remembers.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course.
We know. All right, so let's start things off because just now, last week, there was a convention and a couple of our members attended it, and it was the Texas Furry Fiesta. Now, Sparky, you were there right on the floor at Texas Furry Fiesta, correct?
Yes, I was.
All 3 days, Friday to Sunday.
No, not Friday. I left Saturday night, and I was like, laid on the bed, laid on the hotel room bed, and my legs just gave out.
Oh no! Wait. So, who did you go with?
My mom. My mother was there too.
Okay.
Wow,
I mean,
really? Okay. I was thinking about bringing one of my family members to a convention. I'm not sure how it's going to work out so well, but a couple of my friends have done it. So, what did you do when you were there?
I went straight there and did all that videotape footage and all that stuff.
Right. We'll get to that because you took some photos of videos of the fursuit parade, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Correct.
Fun.
Indeed.
Oh,
this is it. And you've had the audacity to record this in the old VHS aesthetic.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, I did. But yeah, you can go with full screen and people will see it better, actually.
It still has that like nostalgic kind of a grainy feel. Wow, really cool.
But you look at them though, 40 minutes worth of non-stop worth of suits parading around.
Holding a large camera on my shoulder, standing in one spot.
Oh wait, this is not a filter? Like you actually had a
Yes.
legit...
Yes, I had a real 1988 Magnavox Movie Maker camcorder on my shoulder.
Wow,
That is very old school, my friend.
that's amazing. Do you know how many people attended this convention?
I have no idea.
I've
It was packed. It was kind of hard to get
I've got
through
the statistics for
some
you.
spots
One of
because
our
there's too many
attendants,
people there.
one of the people claimed that Texas Furry Fiesta had an attendance of 5,296 this year, compared to 4,844 the previous year.
Oh wow.
So when you really
okay.
compare to it, and the whole, 10% of the attendees, 10, 15, 20 or so, have fursuits, you damn well know you are going to be in a very packed parade.
Yeah, there's a spot on that video where I caught the best part of that VHS aesthetic, where you get every detail from how that tape looks, which it was like at 2804 at the time frame on it.
Okay.
Let's skip to that. Let's skip to that segment here.
Yeah, I could see the visors right there. It's all like a bluish color, just solid blue. It comes out looking like that.
Oh, look at the red dragon. Oh, that's so cool.
And that's the part where I started trying to move my legs around, because my legs were starting to hurt standing in one spot.
Yeah, I can imagine me. 40 minutes long with that big camera. Oh, look at that. That was adorable.
Toonie would like to know how much it weighs, the camera.
Of course he would. What do you think?
I mean,
10 pounds?
for somebody who lugged around a 30-pound rubber ball,
Well, it's kind of like if you ever picked up one of those large books at school, if those ones you had, like the big books at school that you pick up to open the page to this and that. It's kind of heavy like those books, but it's a little less heavy than that.
I know those books very well.
So I would estimate, what you think, between like 5 to 8 pounds thereabouts.
I can probably say like 10 pounds, but if like 30 minutes later, it starts feeling like you're holding a bag of sand, because it just gets heavy.
Yeah, of course. So, did you go to any panels or anything?
No, I was just walking around and stuff.
Okay.
So you didn't do any big activities. You didn't get to see the dances, the dance competition. You didn't get to see the fursuit games.
I was going to go to the dance competition, but I got really exhausted, so I decided just to call it a night and pass out.
Yeah, I feel you. I did the same thing when I was in Boston. Like, I did not go to the dance comp. First of all, the line was like out the door, around the corner. It was crazy.
That's always how it is, though. Like,
it is.
you should have seen the one at the Hyatt Regency when I was at MFF 2015. It made a whole loop all the way around the ground floor.
Yep, that sounds about right.
There's like other pictures. There's like these pictures I got at the convention as well.
Oh yeah.
Did
you meet anyone? Like anyone you wanted to see at the con or anything?
I think I got a couple of photos that I can screen share with you, because you sent me a couple, but most definitely, I'm sure you might know who this is. I personally don't. He looks suspectly orange, but
oh my goodness, he might be my cousin. Wait, what?
That's the one.
Sparky, you sent me this image, I think, last week.
Yeah, that's one of my friends that I hadn't seen in a long time.
Wow, it's uncanny how much he looks like me. Wow.
I thought I was the only one here with a twin.
Oh,
come on.
Not. I don't know.
And there was a guy that was dressed up as the Joker.
I get to speak good timing. I actually have that photo up for you to see right here, right now.
Well, all right. Oh wow! What the heck?
He looks like just the normal people walking around here.
I know. Actual cosplayers are actually sometimes a treat to see, even though they're not, bizarrely, they're not the stars of the, where everybody flocks around.
There's that one wolf guy, whatever his name. I just call him the Stinky Wolf because I forget his name over and over again. It's like I took a picture of 3 fursuiters.
Right.
one image.
Mhm.
Do you
Yeah.
do you remember what charity this convention was for?
I think I can have a quick gander around and see the
Yeah,
statistics for that and what
I'm just kind of
charity. But
curious, like how
all
much
in
money
all,
they
so
raised.
this looked like the lobby of the hotel.
Wow,
That's nice.
that is cool. You know, that actually reminds me of what FWA looks like because it's a giant atrium.
Yeah, but there's this elevator where you have glass and you can see the whole lobby as you go up to the top floors. And
Awesome.
I kind of got like this weird feeling in my stomach just watching that watching the lobby floor just go down as I'm
Yeah, I feel you. They had glass elevators at the hotel at FWA, so when you get in the elevator, you know the whole thing is just a glass box, and it's very very fast. It shoots you up like 20 stories.
Oh yeah,
It's nuts.
that's what I did. I took a picture of Cosmic Wolfie and them.
This is the
too.
one. This must be it then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
head
awesome.
size comparer does not, God, the
Yeah,
head.
look at the guy in the
what a
middle.
hit! Like as we always say here in Australia, if you have something that's so, you say, "What a head!"
I mean, my head is kind of small, but it's snug and it fits nice. But oh boy, yeah, you can really tell the difference here. Oh yeah, so that's Cosmic. Wow,
I mean, yeah.
awesome.
But in spite of all of that, though, did you make? I know you managed to go around the dealer's room as well.
I did go around the dealer's den a lot. But Aviary would definitely like all the stuff that I could keep finding. There's Spyro the Dragon stuff in certain spots of it. And there's like figurines.
Oh my goodness, I love Spyro.
There's a Dakimakura, and I was like, I don't know, because I already got one in my room.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I just have one question though. What did your mom think of this convention? Like, did she have fun? Like what did she do?
She didn't mind the convention. She was just letting me walk around by myself, I guess.
Yeah, but like, I mean, did she have fun? Like, did she go to the bar? Did she do something? Did she meet people? Like how was that experience? Do you have any idea?
I don't know.
Okay.
You didn't ask her. You didn't, get her to photograph you with, taking photos with fursuiters. Come on, dude. My mother would literally have me, pose near fursuiters and happily be my photographer.
Yeah.
But aside from that, though, there was one little big $1 million question that we got to bring up because we discussed this in a past episode about how Texas Furry Fiesta decided to be so, unfriendly to fursuiters who wore police attire.
Ah, yes.
So, were any suits in, in police-ish looking uniforms? Be they really fictional?
There was someone in there wearing police stuff, so I guess that person was an actual police officer or something.
Really? I mean,
But what about unless they were actually on duty? But what about fursuiters who actually put canine vests or something?
There was a couple people that was dressed up as a SCP Foundation soldiers, but I didn't take a picture of it.
Okay, yeah, because like a lot of like the German Shepherd suitors, at least the ones that I'm friends with, are they have the whole police get up, type of thing. It's cute. It's like their theme and whatnot. But yeah, TFF was actually pretty stringent about that because of the whole police are evil and bad, ree. So they don't want people to get.
They may have a couple of other complicated angles to do it, but yeah. Compare that to we saw First Squared K9, a first in a police dog vest. Nothing so thinking about that. Yeah, same deal.
Sparky, it's kind of funny how you mentioned something about the SCP Foundation stuff. Did you hear about the guy in Russia trying to copyright it?
No. I wasn't paying attention with what's going on with Russia.
Well, it's kind of a weird situation because this man he doesn't really, he's basically trying to claim ownership of everyone else's ideas about because it was a wiki that people just kept adding stories to, and he's trying to claim ownership of all of it.
So he's trying to steal a wiki, basically.
Yeah.
I thought a
Ooh.
wiki is like a public page where anyone could edit it.
Well,
Right.
I think it was like, I can't remember what the details was, but he tried to get a copyright on it, and they accepted it. And now there's just this big thing going on because they're trying to stop it and all that.
Ah.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, and speaking of copyright, though, I'll bring back another image because we got... Right, to bring back this old one because Blade has been saying, "Hey, Vera, copyright strike him. He stole your colors, XD."
I've seen that.
I know. All the orange. I am the only orange doggo.
That is bad. That is candy.
Yes. Always,
And that
always
is,
bad.
yeah. And all that other good stuff. But in all of that light, though, Texas Furry Fiesta. Big con, huh? Like, would you consider recommending Texas Furry Fiesta if we were able,
Yeah,
anyone was able
I would definitely recommend going to that con because it's a lot of fun. I met a lot of new people and stuff. I got to go talk to people. I got to party a lot at the con.
Oh, you did? Wait, did you go to like room parties and stuff?
I think they do room parties. I'm pretty sure they do room parties actually. But I remember going last year. I went to the dance and stuff.
Nice. Awesome.
But you only gave out after 2 days, and then on Sunday you completely gave
Got
out.
on stage as well.
Oh,
you
you
gave
were?
out on Sunday, right? Remember? But anyway. But yeah, I'm glad you had a great time at Texas Furry Fiesta. I know you may have to put up with some stringent-ish, rules about how you dress yourself in the con, but hey.
I think the fursuit dress codes and stuff is actually kind of really loose still.
Yeah, except for the whole police thing. In which case, yeah.
Or perhaps articles of clothing that might be considered offensive if they're even remotely similar to something political. I don't know. That's just their rules, apparently.
Or there's something that's remotely similar to, something from it doesn't have to be like 70 years old. But you
Yeah,
get the idea.
something about that. I don't know.
Yeah, imagine a freak out if I brought that. And it's not even, in the color that they most fear. I digress.
Goodness. Yeah.
So, we're going to move on to the next item on the show, and the namesake of this episode. Now, I know we have brought up, the idea that politics is a bit of an iffy thing, but check this out. You'll never believe. You'll never get over this, though. A secret weapon of the progressive left. Furries.
I remember when you sent that to me, Jolt.
This is
Look at the
hilarious.
way he frames this, though. It's like they're going to be the saviors. Furries are going to get up and be the saviors of the progressive left, by the way the headline is written.
Now, I have to say, though, I did see this. Now, of course, I talked about this a couple weeks ago when I was at Anthony, New England. There was a furry protest in support of Bernie Sanders with their rent control signs marching around. Yeah, dude, I swear to God, I saw that crap. I was like, what in the bonkers? What even is this?
Well, here where I'm at, furry drama really doesn't happen because I could go into public and scream, "I'm a furry," and everybody would be like, "What the hell is that?"
I just think this is hilarious. Like, furries for Bernie. Oh, it's so sad. You poor souls.
They're probably just wanting a guy that praised a dictator as their president.
Yeah.
Actually, no. It's all about the free stuff, my dude.
Yeah, right?
But they
All
won't
like
get the free
millennials
stuff
were
because they won't. But they won't get the free stuff because socialism.
Well,
oh my God, this is
I remember
amazing.
reading all of that, and the main argument was that it helps out furry artists to be more self-employed and stuff like that by paying for like medical and such.
I mean, dude,
Boy,
that
would they be
stuff
so
was
more
like,
wrong.
But I remember thinking at the same time it's not free because you're still paying for it through taxes.
Oh yeah, of course they're gonna tax us to death. But so I saw a Bernie Sanders like protest or rally or whatever when I was in Boston a couple weeks ago.
Also, they had to use Dog Patch Press as their front image.
yeah. That's the funny part about this too. Look at that, and then he's
Oh,
and
God,
then
wait,
look.
no.
Imagine him saying, "We're here, we're furries, we're for Bernie. Let's do this," as his rousing motivational speech.
I didn't even know what the protest was about when it happened. Like I was literally in the middle of it, and I went to the dealer's den and I saw the hashtag Bernie Sanders. I'm like, oh okay, I guess you guys are doing this. But now this is like, what is it? KQED? Like what?
I
Oh,
didn't even know it was like. I didn't even know anything about this until Jolt said something to me about it.
If
I mean,
only
I
for-
find you
course.
all, I find you all the stuff that's funny. Like I'm not the fastest at finding things, sure, but you know what though? Imagine this. This is what they said, noting
This
that a
is-
giant rodent toting a slogan could have the impact of 50 regular volunteers. This,
Well, yeah,
this thing
because
right
they're
here.
noticeable, and when
Sure.
you see someone in a fursuit holding a furries for Bernie, like that will garner some headlines, obviously. And of course, Dog Patch is on top of this. Of course, he fucking is.
the guy who,
I know.
what?
But you know what though? It doesn't matter.
Like-
Speaking about his relevancy, because we have never
The
had.
guy that did you know what at a public pride parade, but everybody just soon just forgot, just went meh.
Wait a minute. There's a quote here. We're here. We are furries. We are.
I
Bernie
just
was-
mentioned that, and
Wait,
can
he's
you imagine if that
42?
was can you imagine if that was a motivational speech for furries? Are they gonna be a big? Are they literally gonna like throw their fists up in the air and say, "Yeah"?
Okay, I didn't know he was also 42. That's a little okay.
From what I remember, though, this like site that you're on, Jolt, gets very off topic.
It does. It does. We'll get to that in a second too. But just
Yeah,
think of the
let's
idea.
read on.
Look at them thinking about the idea that they're saying furries entering the political arena in growing numbers. Yeah, we know that. And while they seem like an unlikely constituency to rally support for candidates, the fandoms outside look and robust social networks make it particularly poised to mobilize for the progressive left ahead of the Democratic Party.
I can't believe this is real.
Yeah! And okay, look, can I just say first and foremost, we at the Furry Raiders do not endorse any political candidates, do not endorse direct political activism, and such like.
Oh no,
As
of
a
course.
collective.
We just laugh at the crazy people, which is what's going on here, and it's adorable.
Oh, it is.
Wow.
Laughing
And-
at the brain dead people.
Like I said, I love that guy's partial.
Like,
Look at how many badges he has on his pants. What the heck?
it's
So
yeah.
many.
If you put that effort into stickers, you might as well sticker bomb your car
Yeah.
instead of your pants, man.
I don't even know what's going on there. What is this? A subculture ready to get the vote out? Oh my god, seriously?
What?
They really think
No,
that
no,
furries
no.
are like the main thing here?
Like, is this the case where God Almighty? And goodness me, look at yeah. God, and then this is the part where they actually go on and say about look at this. I joined the DSA. Yeah.
Wait, what is this? With many LGBTQ plus and neurodiverse people?
Actually, in short, can I just say, okay, don't quote me on this, but neurodiverse may stand for like mentally deficient.
Yeah, like probably autistic, I'm assuming.
Yeah, or actually with mental disorders.
Yeah, probably. Oh my god.
So,
Why would they
I
say
mean,
that?
yeah, you're off to a good start, writers. You really are. Hands up,
Yeah,
applause.
right. Oh my
The
God.
party that supports
Furries-
that mentally ill people should do activism.
Yeah, I kind of want to read on with this. It says, neurodiverse people among their ranks, furries largely embrace progressive causes. I mean, yeah, I guess they
Bolshevik.
donate to charities and stuff. I mean, that's
Bol-
nice.
Bolshevik Bernie.
I mean, I'm not about to go wave a sign around at a convention. Like, I don't go to conventions to be political and advocate for some agenda. I just want to go and dress up as an orange dog and get drunk and have fun at parties. That's all I do.
Yeah, not freaking raise the vote for politics.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
not
no,
use your not use your first aid for activism.
exactly.
All right, here's
like,
the next
don't
thing
even
for
bother.
here's the next thing for you. Oh hey, so Ryan Roderick. So there's a photo of Bernie Sanders watching a furry fight a Jack Skellington cosplayer at Anime Boston.
That's a mouthful.
I can't.
It's a mouthful, right?
Oh my god! Whoa, that's Strobes.
Oh, I said Bernie Sanders. Like, where's Bernie Sanders? Oh, he's on the left.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's Strobes. You know who Strobes is?
Oh,
Yes, he's popular.
He's
Wow.
He's popular because how good he dances.
And he kind of has a cute butt too.
Yeah,
just-
well,
If he decides he wants to do a slow mo version at some point of his dance when he wants to go slow motion, he'll just do it.
I think he
but the
won
thing
the
is, though,
Anticon
like,
dance
can you
competition.
imagine if you were Bernie Sanders in this moment, and you see this?
Question mark above my head.
Yeah, I'd be like, well, that's a thing. That is a thing that's happening. You know what? If I were Bernie Sanders, being the boomer he is, he probably wouldn't even know what's happening. He'd be
Bullshit.
like, "Oh, are you a mascot for a cereal box?"
Bolshevik Bernie finds a furry for the first time.
He'd probably think it's some kind of a mascot or something. He wouldn't even know, or does he? And if he does know, that's kind of concerning.
Actually, you know what? Yeah.
This is amazing. Why? Why did Strobes get to meet Bernie? Yo, I would love to meet Bernie Sanders. Could you
No, I
imagine?
think he was just dancing, and Bernie happened just to walk by at the wrong time.
You mean the right time? Are you kidding me, dude? If I was in my fursuit dancing around and Bernie Sanders came along, I would absolutely get a picture, and then I would mock him relentlessly on Twitter. But that's just what I would do.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, if I did-
publicity.
If I did have a fursuit, I would usually go. That would be the first thing I would do. Go to a freaking mall and start dancing.
Right. So read this a little bit as well. Look at some of why these Bernie Sanders first support him. Something, saying Sanders' emphasis on fighting economic inequality and taxing extreme wealth are front of mind for the furry community, which is largely millennial and burdened with student loan debt and stagnant wages.
I mean, that's not necessarily untrue because I am a millennial who happens to be in a lot of college debt, so I kind of get it. But I also don't agree with socialism and don't want government-free crap.
Toonie, I just seen what you said, and I was thinking the exact same thing.
Oh,
Jones was doing a
what'd he say?
Kamehameha to Jack Skellington. Yeah,
Yeah, he was. Oh my god.
I mean,
Strobes.
it's a fun thing, but hey. Aside from all of that, they keep saying as well, and they say, look at this. They keep saying Medicare for all will be a huge boon to self-employed fursuit makers and persona illustrators who can't afford healthcare. When people can't feed their families, their luxury of fur fandom can't really exist. It's hard to go to a fur convention where you can't make rent.
Yeah, that's the main part I remembered out of that whole article.
Oh my goodness. I just can't believe this is actually real.
Right, and how fiscal responsibility needs to be more of a thing.
It does. Yes, I know.
Yeah, not being too
Also,
reliant
the
on
fact that presidential candidates are taking pictures with furries, that's crazy. That's a crazy thing to me.
Here's another comment. Ice Kitsune 77 says, I think Bernie would have thought that it was another mascot like Zabi Barker or whoever that doggo's name was for soccer.
Yeah. That's what I said before. I was like, yeah, Bernie probably doesn't know what it is. He's like, oh, you're probably a mascot from a cereal box or something. Okay, like, or if he does know what furries are, God rest his soul. But wow. Damn.
He's probably
now
thinking
those
of votes to
furries-
vote.
But in that sense, though, I know we gotta
That's just-
yeah, get back to the whole, you know.
I know. I'm sorry. I just think this is like really funny. Good lord.
Yeah, but here's some more cringe for people who rally with the mindset of Bernie Sanders.
Oh God.
Oh no. I'm
Yes,
scared.
it's not real rally without communist furries. Hashtag tax Amazon. Movement for
We
Bernie. We
need-
need a new party of the
Oh!
99%.
That's it. Those are the signs that I saw in Boston. Those same signs. Yeah, with the hashtag Bernie Sanders on top in the red. Yep. That was
And
in the
get
deal
this
with them.
too. Two other fursuits that carrying the animals against Amazon. Are you sure this is the right? Are you sure this is the right protest? Shouldn't you be protesting like for PETA if you're gonna be the whole,
They're
Find out
they're
animals
actually
against
protesting. They're actually protesting the biggest online store that you can buy anything. So they're actually wanting to shut down Amazon.com.
Okay,
What?
but
Well,
the slogan,
you gotta remember, AOC was the one who who rejoiced when they forbade Amazon from opening up a new warehouse around the New York area.
Ah, yes. Thank you, Ocasio-Cortez. Thanks for all those losses of jobs.
Yeah, and here's the rest of the cringe about the first for Bernie.
Didn't even AOC drop out or something?
No, she wasn't eligible.
Why
to be
in the hell does he have a hammer and sickle on his shirt?
Because he's a communist.
You think you're cool? No, you're a loser. Get out of here. What is animals against Amazon? What cringe? Oh my god. Stop this. I can't
Actually,
even...
I give them
my
a
eyes
one
are
for their
bleeding.
I give them a 1 for their fashion sense, and that's really it. And 1 for their whatever.
Well, how many people have communism killed in the past century? I don't know, maybe about 150 million.
Well, I know Stalin himself has killed around like 50 million, and that's all they could confirm.
Mao under China.
Yeah, Stalinism was a part of communism that actually ended up killing a lot of people in Russia.
I just wonder, why is it that communism is totally okay and acceptable in this fandom, and no other ideology isn't?
It's because the left have gone, anyway. Have
Well,
gone
I think it
have
comes
a hegemony here.
The left has gone into mental disorder territory, as to say.
Anyway, to get back into to kind of wrap up this little segment though, Avira, I'm sure you probably weren't the only one who's watched the results for Super Tuesday as well.
Of course, I do follow that every day, and wow, it almost seems like Bernie might be slighted again like he was in 2016. I don't know. I mean, Biden came out on top, but half the time Biden doesn't know what state he's in, or what office he's even running for, which is really
not
sad,
to mention,
honestly.
He
what?
sometimes doesn't even know what audience he's talking about.
No, and not to mention, you know what? The end result was that didn't Bernie get beaten?
Yeah. And remember last week, Biden's like, I'm running for Senate. I'm a candidate for Senate of America. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're running for president, you idiot. What are you talking about? Good lord. This poor guy. Please retire to a tropical island and just
I
go
love
away.
it when kids jump on my lap.
Oh my
By the
God.
way, yeah, there was rumors that there is a Nazi flag at a Bernie rally.
Oh my God, was there really?
Yes, there was.
That would be that seems like so ironic. They call us Nazi, but they actually hold the swastika with the fan on it. and
People
all.
are just acting crazy. They really are. All this political nonsense. I don't even bother anymore. This is craziness. You might say it's a tad bonkers.
I think the left is basically just making more and more people conservative as time goes on, and the country just gets redder and redder.
Yeah, I just don't
Because
understand
people are
why
just getting
furries have to bring
people are just
their
getting
ideologies into
people
the fandom.
people are just
Don't-
getting tired of these leftists. They're just going crazy, and just people are just getting the country's getting redder and redder and redder.
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
I
But
mean,
in that
I
sense, though,
don't bring I do not bring my politics. When I go to cons
No.
and at all.
likewise, it's
it's not
politics is best. It's best reserved for when you really strictly want to talk politics in that domain, not for furcons, and not for
Politics
furry
is
events.
for
Not-
And these activists
for
stop it.
for
I don't
for,
want no Bernie protesters. That's stupid.
Right, exactly. Just please. Oh, and please don't bring your fursuit to a political rally.
for a
I
fur,
mean,
for furry
then again,
events.
though, that's probably something that I would want to do. Like, if I went to a Trump rally or something, yeah, I would probably not want to miss out on that opportunity. Like, if I were to get up on stage with Trump in my fursuit and get a picture, I definitely would. I'm just saying.
Just remember this. All of these comments are purely individualistic and not a collective statement that's issued by the group.
Oh no,
There,
no.
there's your disclaimer. Now I can just
Right.
cover our asses have been covered.
I mean, the Raiders are apolitical. Of course, we don't associate with any kind of ideology aside from just being pro furry.
I
That's
kind of
basically it.
miss those days when we just left politics and religion out the door, since those were real world issues. We can just go out to conventions and furry events and just have fun.
Yeah, well, I'll talk to Joe Griffin about that. He made a very good video regarding the matter.
Anyway,
He did
yeah.
because he did, but he was also banned from Anthrocon just for having a different opinion than everyone else.
Yeah, shocker.
Anyway, so the next, that's pretty much a wrap for that. I think that's pretty much enough of the direct politics at the moment, though. So the next item on this article is how the rise of, say it with me, the big gay on multimedia.
Oh no! I remember this.
Yes, so we'll start with a couple of examples first. Clifford the Big Red Dog on PBS.
Features married lesbians? Clifford? What are you doing? Oh, not Clifford.
I'm sure you've seen this with a couple of past examples too, like how Arthur's, they did that once with Arthur, they've done that with
Principal Ratburn, yeah.
Yeah, they
Mr. Ratburn, whatever it was.
even, I think the left has even tried making Mr. Rogers a black female.
That's scary.
Wow.
But Clifford, though. No.
Joe probably
Yeah.
remembers me talking about how much I hate that site. I read through the whole thing, and
I mean, I know. Where I get my news from is a bit, whatever. It's up for debate. And the writers there the writers there are very, very opinionated.
They are, but at least they're covering relevant topics. And good lord, Clifford. Oh.
well, my point was they started out pretty relevant, and as it gone off, they drifted farther and farther away. I think around the end, it becomes a whole talk about how gay
Don't
people
go.
have
Look,
AIDS and all
if you
that.
go to that website, please just avoid the comment section. That's the only thing I can say. Like one angry gamer, just please don't go to the comment section. It's just, it's. Let me just say in 2 words: it is 4chan cancer.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's like a big pet peeve of mine. If
I-
someone
but-
gets called
But,
basic,
but one good thing I could say is I do support LGBT rights, but the one thing is LGBT people already have their rights, but they're fighting for something that they already have.
Now, it's more like an infiltration. Like, I support LGBT rights too, but I don't feel the need to wave around a rainbow flag to make myself feel better about myself.
Or probably,
So,
or probably change a TV show which didn't have a gay couple and just make a gay couple about a gay couple for some reason.
why, Clifford? The big red dog. No.
You know, but in my local library, they had like a day dedicated to the books that they're not allowed to show, and it lists why that
Any reason?
Modern day book burning? Wait, what?
It's not. It can't be that, can it?
No.
The
but
reason
like,
why books they can't show certain books. It has to be that. But anyway, I'm not sure. Jason, is there? I'm checking to see if the internet's okay. But for right now, we'll cite another example as to this case because this is coming out with a new movie called Onward. I saw this. I first saw the trailer of this when I was in the cinema watching Sonic the Hedgehog. And at the time, I didn't think much of it because it didn't, the trailer didn't see any of that sort of stuff. But until the articles popped in,
I don't understand why they feel the need to do this unless they're like pandering to audience. But
right,
hello, I live.
why?
right. So I don't know this, and this is bear in mind. This is the first time that Disney has officially put in a character of such sexuality, in their movies.
Wait, I thought Gaston was gay in the live action of what was it? Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Right? Yeah. Oh, but this is like their first animated one.
And here I thought everybody was rooting for the Frozen girls.
Ew! No, they're sisters. Oh God, gross. No, no, none of that, please. No, we're not that progressive.
Only you, Joe.
No.
What
only
the fuck?
Disney.
Okay, I did something cursed.
Oh God.
But I guess this is what happens when you don't take things seriously enough, or you don't have a good memory.
So, what's the last thing y'all heard me say before I cut out?
Something about books that weren't being meant to be showed in your local area.
Oh yeah, believe it or not, they have Mein Kampf and a story about a gay couple labeled in the same area of not allowed to show to the public.
That's weird.
Yeah.
What about the ugly mushroom? Is that there?
No. The only thing, it was those two books, and it was Animal Farm. Those were the books that's not allowed to be checked out.
You're not allowed to watch. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Animal Farm? Are you serious?
Yeah, but at the same time, all the schools force you to read Animal Farm.
Yeah, I read Animal Farm. Hell, I made an entire drawing about it of the windmill with Napoleon the pig and all that crap. Wow, that's banned?
Yeah.
What?
It was a smaller library here in my area, and they don't allow a lot of things. Like they will take a book off a shelf for having a single gay character in it.
Oh, okay. So it's that situation. Well, with Animal Farm, it's basically about the dangers of communism.
Yeah, that's another thing. If it's not capitalist, they won't allow it in the library either.
Yeah, but that's what's weird though, because Animal Farm is all against that at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's like the story.
But I think their logic was it had communist ideas in it, so they didn't want children to read it.
Wow, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. I'm shocked, really.
Just like there's a small family here that it didn't get big enough to get on the news or anything, but here someone was trying to get rid of the anime, protest against them showing the anime JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1 because Part 2 because there's a character named von Stroheim who was a Nazi. He was a Nazi cyborg or something. I can't remember what it was.
Oh God, ban the anime. Just ban it all.
Could be worse though. At least you're not like my country. But yeah, to get back to the whole topic about how Onwards, causing a stir. Dust Raccoon says, Onward's the first Pixar movie to have an LGBT character. There are moments in other Pixar films with it. So
Yeah, Dusk, you're right.
And-
And wait, is this movie a sequel onwards? Or...
no, Onward's an original creation. Like it's basically like a modernized version of fantasy with fantasy creatures, like saying like mermaids living in bathtubs and how
Yeah, like
elves
vampires
drive
and stuff. No, like-
bands.
Oh yeah, I think I remember seeing an ad for that, and I
That's
thought
right.
about going to see it.
There's a
I
I did,
movie.
yeah, but a while ago.
I
It's
There's
still,
a there's a similar movie that I watched, which was live action. I think it was this is a movie from Will Smith, but that's not.
Yes, exactly. That's what this reminded me of. It was I forgot what it was called, but yeah, it was basically like humans living with like monsters, basically, like werewolves and zombies and vampires and all that craziness.
It definitely could remind you of that though. But
It does.
the fun, yeah.
I
But
still
here's
really
the-
want. I still really want to see that movie Jojo Rabbit. They won't show it here in my area.
I want to buy the DVD of that at some point. Anyway, the thing is though, see, Onward has essentially been, banned from certain countries because of their inclusion, and it turns out it's the Middle Eastern countries that have banned it.
Okay.
I bet it's banned in China.
It's banned in Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and yeah.
Well, in all fairness, Australia banned Peppa Pig.
They did.
Because yeah, but a bunch of the far left is like, we accept these kind of people to our country, but they actually do not like LGBT people so much that they will just ban movies featuring some.
Well, here we're not talking about the alt left. It's more like countries that have, very conservative religious values, and they don't want to have this movie being played in their theaters because it kind of contradicts their current doctrine.
Some of their religious beliefs as well.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah, because Saudi Arabia is an Islamic country, which means they have that radical beliefs against gay people. So that's one reason why they would ban it, because it's got gay people in the movie.
Well, I thought that this movie would be banned in China because China is against things that are superstitious. When it comes to like portraying a skeleton or a zombie, they typically were, always able to like ban those things because they just don't agree with it.
Well, I think a lot of the stuff is because I don't even know how many zombie movies I watched where China is hit the hardest out of all the countries in the world.
Right, and that's why, because they have this law against superstition. Like, it's illegal in China to portray skeletons like at all.
I think the weird thing. I think it could be the weird thing that China thinks skeletons is actually cursed or something.
It might be some kind. Well, I mean, think about the Communist Party in China. They don't want people to be superstitious or think about really anything other
Well,
than
yeah, because
party
the
itself.
because the Communist Party did kill a lot of people and just ended up with mountains of bones.
Okay, well, that's a little frightening. That's not where I was going with that, but okay.
But at least it is true, though.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, but the whole thing about this is though, regarding the gay thing in Onward is that the director of Onward, Dan Scanlon, really wished that the gay character had an even more of a role than just what it was.
Now, look, I don't care if there's a character in the movie who happens to be gay, as long as it's relevant to the story. Don't just throw it in there for pandering's sake.
I say, oh, I'm gay, and like, oh, that's it.
Yeah, whatever. Like, if it has relevance to the story, if it's intrinsic to what's going on, then okay, that's fine. But don't add it just to as a marketing statement. That's essentially what they're doing. It's like they do this all the time. It's like race baiting and gay baiting. They've done this constantly in Hollywood.
Speaking of baiting, yes, the actress in question who plays that gay character, it was Lena Waithe, and I know the director seemed really wanted more of it, but and since in this one she says Lena Waithe has gone to work on the TV series Dear White People, and that, as we probably all know, is
That was so racist and sick. I don't even want to talk about that.
I didn't even
Oh
want to
my
watch
God.
it. I didn't even want to watch it because of the title.
It was
Right.
Watch what?
the Dear White People.
The Dear White People thing on Netflix.
I didn't even know there was something like that on Netflix.
This is one of the most racist shows I've ever seen. It's disgusting.
I didn't even want. I heard the title and I was like, yeah, I'm not watching this.
No, just the fact that she is blatantly hating on a group of people based on their race is just disgusting. It really is.
And
they praise this nonsense like it's gold. Oh.
I don't know. I don't get. They don't even think racism is hating on people for the color of their skin. They think of it as something else, like something how like institutionalized racism or something.
Well,
Nah, just shows like that, really just turn me off to the whole.
nah, and the mere fact that Disney
But
decided
I'm not.
to bring
But I'm not insane. Racism is hating people because of their skin color,
Well,
the race they are born
well,
as.
it's a simplified view of it, but it's a little more complex than that if you really want.
Like if you hear a white person call an African American the N word, that is racist.
Context matters.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say about it.
All right. Do we have any live comments before we shift?
I mean,
into
we
the
just
last thing?
talking about definitely a couple of other things. Dust Raccoon says, the scene with the LGBT character in Onward is only a short scene, though. So
Okay.
I guess
Well,
take
that's
it for
fine.
what you will. Take it for what you will, and then if you had that removed, the movie would have been fine in other countries. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but the
That's
fact
what-
that they added that, it now limits them because other countries are not extremely tolerant of, certain different
Right.
lifestyles.
And I know, and then they said Russia is going to have the movie launch censored.
They probably will. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. They
Mhm.
Russia has like strict rules with LGBT propaganda stuff.
Yeah, they do because they don't want, LGBTQIHWXYZ hashtag alien snowflake, that kind of agenda to be pushed on minors.
And
They
Russian
don't want
society as a whole too.
Yeah, exactly.
Quite
And,
frankly, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Like,
Yeah.
I personally don't like, drag time story hour with these pedophile monsters in libraries reading stories to kids and promoting their propaganda. No, I don't necessarily believe that's okay. So I
The
think-
drag queen has been happening for centuries, but recently it's just gotten really bad.
Yeah, so I think Russia's not, outside
Russia's
the realm of
response is
reason.
quite
Drag
right.
queen, I think drag queen, I can't remember. I think it goes all the way back to the Victorian era, I think.
Probably farther than that. Who knows?
Well, do y'all know the actual first story about transgender? It's hard to believe.
Was it in
Awesome.
ancient Greece?
Actually, it was Norse, and it was about Loki because he was a shapeshifter and he turned into a female horse and had a kid.
Oh my.
Wait,
You know
what?
what? Actually, if that was the thing like this, though, then you know what? Then these Nordic pagan thingos would be BTFO'd eternally.
Hell, I want to turn into a horse. That sounds really cool.
That was like a whole story in like
Yeah,
Greek
you meant-
or not
you-
Greek, Norse mythology about Loki turning into a female horse and then having a kid with another horse.
Oh
yeah,
my
you
god.
you mentioned
And then My Little
Loki.
Pony was born.
No! That's
You-
how it
you-
happened. That monkey.
You mentioned the
God
Loki, and you mentioned the Loki. You mentioned Loki, and I just remembered about this one movie I watched, and it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you have seen it already. It's called The Ritual.
Yeah,
The
I
movie.
saw that. That was creepy.
Yeah, I watched it. I just the film review guy, he said it's based off of Norse mythology.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the
it was,
creature, they say do not speak its name, but its name is actually Motor, the child of Loki. Mortar, I think I can't pronounce it. Mortar,
He's like a
Child of Loki.
Yogon or a Yuhan or something. I don't know what it was called.
Well, I know that's
Alright.
like a big thing that Loki had a lot of monster children.
Yeah, maybe he shouldn't be turning into horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe the Norse shouldn't have screwed up beliefs too. As he says, Nordics believe humans came from the puke of gods.
Of course they do.
Yes,
Isn't that fun?
God. Yes.
Yes, because
keyword.
humanity is lesser.
Well, to them it's a bit of a weird thing, but this isn't going. But
Yeah,
we're not going to have
I
this
actually
debate
like
about
movies based on Norse.
that sort of thing at the moment.
I actually like intense movies like The Ritual that's based off of Norse mythology.
Yeah, that's pretty
But
cool.
alas, yeah, we're not gonna skip through this, so we're not gonna have this talk about at the moment. But we do have time to show you some other weird, crazy creations, especially if you're on the unfortunate end and you actually of receiving the coronavirus. We have something for you. Look at this. Chinese architects are just walking around in a bubble, literally, to avoid the coronavirus.
I'll buy one.
Wow.
Joel, if you give me one, I'll wear it every day.
So basically, just put a garbage bag over your body and you'll be fine. I mean, you might not be able to breathe, but at least you're not going to die of the virus.
I mean, hey, it doubles up as a big fashion statement, as a big shield.
Is this
I could
real?
use that for somebody can use that for a music concert someday.
No.
Oh yeah, like let it rip with all the LEDs on. Like, oh dude.
So for those of you who don't know, the coronavirus,
Lady
at least the
Gaga.
official confirmed cases have reached over 101,000.
A lot.
A lot.
I know you're having it bad in New York down there, Mister. Considering
Well,
you.
Yeah, I do live on Long Island, and let me tell you, my store has been ravaged by this.
All the
I
panic
didn't
buying.
know that you lived down in New York.
I do, and we have.
You don't
11
sound like
cases
you're from
here
New York.
today. Well, I walk and I talk and I live in New York.
Now that's a pretty much a stereotypical New Yorker.
People keep telling-
Exactly. I'm walking here. Anyways, but yeah, we just had 11 new cases today in the city, and on Long Island there's at least 2 cases here. My store has been obliterated by panic buying. It's crazy.
It's good for business, isn't it?
I mean,
could say
not for me. I work there. So, oh my god, like we're so understaffed and our shelves are being cleared of hand sanitizer, Clorox. Our water section, don't even ask. It's gone. Our canned vegetables, we're at like 10% capacity, if that. It's crazy. So
Yeah.
please, guys, like,
Move to Oklahoma.
oh my god,
Yeah.
like it's getting bad here. And I'm not about to be like that, architect. Wow, how glorious. I'm not going to be like that architect, wearing a garbage bag over my head. No.
No,
I'm not
actually,
about to go
in
do
a
that.
literal bubble too. Not to mention,
Yeah.
like, look at it. It's
Oh,
okay,
God.
sure, it's cool. But
It
you look
looks
at
like something from Bad Dragon.
He looks like a turnip.
Looks like a building you would probably see somewhere, maybe like in Dubai or
yeah, true.
in.
It's so weird too. Like, and then you know what? The architect designs is like, it's a light carbon fiber frame that can be worn like a backpack, something like with thermoplastic material encasing the wearer and heating up to a temperature that will kill pathogens. So it's basically
Jesus.
like your own personal walking gas mask / heater.
What, so you're gonna be like 105 degrees walking around in this shit? No.
Dude, if you
for
thought-
those of our listeners
They
who
could
can't
got-
actually see the pictures,
They
what
could
we're
have
looking
air
at right
conditioning.
now is basically a
Hold up.
plastic
Yeah.
bulb that someone is wearing over their entire body. Oh my
They
god.
could have air conditioning.
Yeah, but they chose instead to kill off the pathogens with high heat,
If
and
I
that
could-
thing is
How can
hotter.
they even see?
If that thing had air conditioning, I would probably buy it and wear it legit. Because I'm not
Well-
happy unless it's 30 degrees outside.
Well, if you were to buy that and wear it, I would take a picture of you and laugh at your nonsense.
Don't
Our
Yeah,
worry.
not to
ambassador,
mention, how can
someone
you even
involved.
see off that thing? That's a good question.
At least I'm getting attention. That's all I can say.
I mean, yeah, good point. Any publicity
Yeah, like
is
you,
good
you like
publicity.
being this big bobblehead that just goes up and around dancing and.
We need to have a group. We need to have a group of those people, and then Lady Gaga would just walk right into the middle area
Well,
between
it would
them.
fit. It would fit in one of her,
One of her crazy costumes. Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
But this
But-
is getting crazy. It really is. And I pray to God that you guys are like safe and you're prepared for this.
Oh, I think I'm pretty lucky. No one goes to where I am.
No, I'm always mostly in my house.
Oh,
Literally,
get this.
where I'm at, we're more worried about strep throat than the coronavirus.
Oh,
okay.
Get this. Get
Now,
this.
you're going to be more worried about me belching loudly than the coronavirus.
Yeah. Oh, get this. The architect
Yeah,
is
so-
marking the contraption.
Yeah, oh, they over there.
Guys, get this. The architect is marketing the contraption as bat wings, which is somewhat ironic given that the coronavirus was likely contracted from bats.
Is he serious?
Look at the back of
Bat
this. Look at this
Come
image and look at the
on.
back of it.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know who that
he
person
for
is, but I gotta
real?
give them respect for their humor.
Oh my no, that's what the hell? You know,
It's
funny
it's
that
like
an
the ultimate
architect made
irony of
this.
ironies that has gone full circle.
I
Goodness.
belch loud. My dad can already. My dad hears it all the way to the living room. So that's the only threat you'll get around me.
So
But-
this is your coronavirus protection #batwings.
Well,
Good
bat
lord.
bubble.
Bat bubble.
Bat-
Oh no.
Bat bubble.
Oh, what in the bonkers? No.
Bath bubble.
I think
This
I
can't
think
be
whoever it
real.
was at the design department was literally trying so hard. Hey, how can we make this functional and cool at the same time? And in the boardroom meeting, they're saying, how about what if we made it look like a bat?
Yes,
Good
Toons.
lord.
Yes, Toonie. Blame the bat furries.
Yeah, right? Blame them all. I happen to be friends with a couple bats who are furries. And,
think
I
I'm
don't-
friends
I
with
don't
one or
blame you at
two.
all, but good lord, this is crazy. Oh, and just a fun little thing. Corona Beer has a new ad for their new seltzer that says "Coming to a shore near you." Yeah, that just broke a week ago. I just had to say that because I thought
I
it
think
was
the-
fucking hilarious.
I think that is some clever marketing right there. Really.
It
Really.
is.
I think they're.
Corona of all beers.
I think
Yeah,
they're
and then
getting
they
into
say-
the meme
Plague
culture.
ships going on. Good lord.
Crystal Adams says herd sales of Corona beer has dropped by 40%.
Yeah. Yeah, because people are stupid.
The name is in everything, but hey.
I
Yeah.
mean, are you? Yeah, when I saw 1917
Kung flu.
the other day, I wanted to get a Corona at the bar. Unfortunately, they were closed, but
Fun.
I was
Oh.
like, yeah,
I'm more of a Jägermeister fan.
fair enough.
But here's one last thing to share with you as well. It's an all-in-one thing, but in case here's the thing. Just to sidetrack a little bit. Japan has created the ultimate gaming bed so you never have to rejoin society again.
I would buy one.
I mean, I kind of get it, because oh my god, they're also wearing a mask. Oh Jesus.
That looks
Yeah,
very
I mean, I was gonna
comfortable,
say
though.
that this is the most practical thing if you ever have to self-isolate or quarantine in for that sort
Yeah.
of thing.
Like,
I
if
feel-
you're
I feel like I'd
quarantined
set
for a
that
month,
up.
you're good. What? Jason?
Except, I'd set that up. That could be easily set up to do a bunch of, if your job's mostly coding and stuff like that, you could pretty much just work from bed.
Yeah, but it's missing a couple of things. Like it's missing a rollable mini fridge, and a couple of little things as well to have if you want the all-in-one station.
Well, that's not a problem here. We'll just duct tape a mini fridge to the wall.
I mean, all things considered, they did a pretty good job of at least getting this apparatus in operation.
Yeah, but that looks like something legit I would buy.
If
Yeah.
not for if not for people who are bedridden in hospital, who else would really use this?
Yeah.
lazy
Yeah,
people like
there's
me.
that.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Oh, and I think knowing that it's Japanese people like these, and for Japanese people, I think the only thing they need to adjust is their choice of pillows. Sure, a beanbag. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay,
There's
but
like a
no.
little snack spot there.
Might I just say he kind of looks dead in those pictures.
I think it's that pillow that's so comfortable. It's actually that pillow isn't cotton, but it's foam pillows.
No, like
So if you press your hand against the pillow,
Look.
the
I
pillow
think
will have a handprint and it'll just slowly go away.
I think he looks dead. You're right. He does look a little bit dead because remember what they said that he doesn't have to rejoin society.
yeah, but not this picture, like the one where he's actually gaming, but every picture after that, he kind of looks like he's just not even awake.
Yeah.
Little spooky.
Well,
think-
he's grabbing a bag in one picture.
I think those cup
Yeah,
holders
that's
down there are way
also-
too far from them, though.
Yeah, that could also be called something called rigor mortis. Or rigor mortis, yeah. So maybe his arms got stiff.
Wow. Look at all. Yeah. But you know what though? I
Wow.
think the only thing it's missing isn't like a beanbag for a body thing. It's an actual body pillow. A darkie is the only thing.
And
I
what
think
you said
it's missing.
before about the refrigerator, that'd be cool too. Or is that on the side? No, it's just impressive.
Sparky Wolf Docking Micro. Buy them online for $69.
Okay. Well,
Ooh.
I think we
All right.
basically covered everything.
That's pretty much it then. That's all that stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. So, what do you think this week? A little bit, I think this week was a little bit bit slow, apart from the whole, the politics show with Bernie Sanders.
And Warren dropping out.
Right. But all in all,
Oh
though,
wait, Pocahontas. Oh yeah, Pocahontas dropped out.
She did.
other than that, though, so what did you guys think? Like all that's happened this week?
Well, I'm a little bit concerned about the coronavirus, and I hope that everyone is prepared for this pandemic.
Well, I gotta say, after everything that happened today, I'm more concerned about the drivers.
Well, after all, before you even got on, you literally got into a bus crash before you got on the show.
Yeah,
No.
but that's how it is here in Kentucky. When your door falls off your car, you just duct tape it back on and hope you can make it to the beer store.
There is nothing that duct tape can't fix.
At least in the next of Kentucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a true story, though. It was 2 degrees outside, and we were driving by someone who was pulling up to the liquor store, and his tires fell off and his door came off, and he just pulled out a big thing of duct tape from the back.
What the hell kind of a hillbilly hick town do you live in?
Well, here you're either an alcoholic or a drug addict.
Okay.
Fun times. Fun times. But, in all that sense, though, I know, it's been great, though. Once again, I'd like to thank all of you our listeners for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed listening to this as much as we did making the show. And, as always, all of our episodes are available on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and more platforms to come later down the line. So you'll never have a shortage of places to look for. And, of course, once again, thanks to our host for pulling this off. Couldn't do this without ya.
Aw.
Oh, don't worry, Native Rabbit. It can. You're just not using enough of it.
All
Duct
right.
tape can't
well,
fix my loneliness.
Trust
Oh.
me, you just need more duct tape.
Actually, no. Yeah. Do that, and like maybe we'll just duct tape something you really love, like a darkie. Onto you.
Duct tape dummy.
I mean, you could be that person that just duct tapes someone you like to a wall or
Exactly,
something and never let
you
them
know.
leave.
Waifu posters.
All right. Well, we shall
Yeah.
see you next week. Have an amazing night, everyone.
Likewise. See, this is us saying farewell, and until next time.